The Fisherman and His Wife. There was once a fisherman who lived with his wife in a poor little hut by the sea. One day, as the fisherman sat on the rocks fishing with his rod and line, a fish got caught on his hook. The fish was so big, he struggled to capture it with great difficulty. He was pleased that he had secured a giant fish. Then, surprisingly, he heard the fish saying to him, "Please let me live. I am not a real fish. I am a magic fish. Put me in the water and let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Please let me go. I don't want anything to do with the fish that can talk. Now swim away as soon as you please." "Thank you. I won't forget this. I'm an honorable fish. Goodbye." The fisherman returned to his little hut and told his wife how he had caught a great fish, and how it had told him it was a magic fish. He said to her that when he heard it speak, he let it go. "Let it go." "Did you ask for anything?" "No, I didn't. You talk as if we have everything we want." "Sorry." "Don't say sorry. Use your brain. See how wretchedly we live in this cold, dark little hut. They have beds, but no blankets. They have chairs, but no sofas. They have tables, but no stoves. No carpets, no fireplaces, no heat, no money. Now go back and tell the fish we want a comfortable house." The fisherman did not like this idea. However, he went because his wife bid him to go. "Oh, man of the sea, come listen to me, for Alice my wife, the plague of my life, has sent me to beg a gift of thee." "Well, what does she want?" My wife said that when I caught you, I ought to have asked you for something before I let you go. She doesn't want to live in our little hut any longer. She wants a comfortable house." "Go home then. She is in the house. Now she has it." So the man went home and found his wife standing in the doorway of a comfortable house, and behind the house was a yard with ducks and chickens, and beyond the yard was a garden with all sorts of flowers and fruits. "Look at my beautiful house. Thank you, dear. Now we shall live happily." The fisherman smiled and felt pleased. He hoped his wife could be happy now. Everything was nice for a week or two, but then the fisherman's wife started to complain. "Husband, there is not enough room in this house, and the yard and garden are a lot smaller than they ought to be. I would like to live in a large stone castle. So go to the fish again and tell him to give us a castle." "Wife, are you serious? You're joking, right? I like this house. We have a nice life. You're happy, aren't you? I don't want to ask him again." "Nonsense. He will definitely give us a castle, very willingly. Just try and ask him, okay? Our life could be better." The fisherman went, but his heart was heavy. He wanted to make his wife happy, but he didn't want to ask the fish for more. When you come to the sea, the water looked very gloomy. "Oh, man of the sea, come listen to me, for Alice my wife, the plague of my life, has sent me to beg a gift of thee." "Well, what does she want now?" My wife wants to live in a stone castle." "Go home then. She is in the castle now." So away went the fisherman and found his wife standing before a great castle. "See, isn't this better? You need to listen to me more." They went into the castle. Many servants were there, and the rooms were richly furnished. Beyond the castle was a park 1/2 mile long, full of sheep and goats and rabbits and deer. "Now, we will live happily in this beautiful castle for the rest of our lives." "Perhaps so, but let us consider and sleep before we make up our minds." The next morning they awoke. "Cock-a-doodle-doo! Get up, husband. We must be king and queen of all the lands." Wife, why should we be Why should we wish to be king and queen? I wouldn't want to be king even if I could be. Well, I will be queen anyway. Say no more about it. Go to the fish and tell him what I want." So the man went, but he felt very sad that his wife wanted to be a queen. "Oh, man of the sea, come listen to me, for Alice, my wife, the plague of my life, has sent me to beg a gift of thee." Well, what does she want this time? Alas, my wife wants to be a queen. Go home. She is queen now. So the fisherman turned back, and soon he came to a palace. In front of it he saw troops of soldiers. Then he entered the palace, and there he found his wife sitting on a throne, and on each side of her stood 6 beautiful maidens. "Well, wife, are you the queen?" "Yes, I am the queen." "Ah, wife, what a fine thing it is to be queen. Now we shall never have anything more to wish for." "Never is a long time. We will see about that." Then they went to bed, but the wife could not sleep, because all night long she was trying to think what she wanted next. "Ha! I could fall asleep if the sun hadn't disturbed me with its bright light. Can't I prevent the sun rising? Husband, go to the fish and tell him I want to be the lord of the sun and moon." "Alas, wife, all your possessions have made you crazy. You haven't even been in half of the palace. Can you not be content being the queen?" "No, I cannot bear to see the sun and moon rising without my command. Go to the fish at once." The man went, but he was tired of asking the fish for more things. He didn't care about being rich or powerful. He was upset that his wife still wanted more things. As he approached the shore, lightning flashed, thunder rolled, and the sea was covered with vast mountain-like waves. The fisherman was so frightened that his knees knocked together, and he hardly had the strength to stand in the gale. "Oh, man of the sea, come listen to me, for Alice, my wife, the plague of my wife, has sent me to beg a gift of thee." What else does she want? She wants to be the lord of the sun and moon. "Don't be silly. I cannot control the sun. Are you sure your wife is happy?" "No, she just wants more, and more, and more. She is sick." "I wasted my power on a greedy woman when I should have asked you what you wanted. And I was happier when we lived in a wretched, cold little hut. Go home. She is back in the hut now." "Back in the hut! The palace is gone!" So the man returned, and the palace was gone, and in its place was a dark little hut. The fisherman and his wife were back together in that little hut, and to this day the fisherman is happy again.